2 weeks ago, we talked about a Walmart exclusive possible G1 hot rod reissue, and at the time, Robot Kingdom said that the images that they had were not the images of the product. Well, lo and behold, Walmart's website posted images of their Walmart exclusive G1 hot rod reissue, and it shows us alt mode, robot mode, and packaging, and it's more or less confirms.
Walmart, Walmart dropping leaks
Yeah.
again, leaking again.
So very interesting. Looks like we're going to be getting G1 reissues that are very indicative of the old G1 packaging. Like it's pretty much copying it one for one, including the old Hasbro logo. Again, just like I mentioned before when we've previously talked about this, it's still confusing as heck because the stock images of Hot Rod's robot mode and in Hot Rod's alt mode use a different sticker set than the one that's used with the packaged version of them.
Mm,
Like they still show that chrome sticker for the chest, which is very different than the actual ones for the stock photos here. And another
right.
thing too that's fascinating is now that I get a good look at it, um, the whole thing is English except for one small section. You have convert from race car to robot mode and back, and then you got passer de voiture à de course, which is race car, à robot et vice
Eh,
versa.
fast Vista, yeah.
you know and I was just going like, wow, like, so there's still some French on there. Is there an intent to make this a release for all Walmarts, including the French speaking regions, which is usually most of Canada and Quebec? Or and yet the rest of the packaging, the more to meets the eye, the Transformers heroic Autobots, all of that isn't translated though. So it's very interesting how they're going to go about this. And I'm even more curious now how the tech spec is going to be on the back, because the Canadian tech spec of Hot Rod was different than the American tech spec too. So there's
Mm.
there's a lot of weird stuff going on here.
Yeah, what's one thing I find is interesting is with the, like you're saying, the chest piece
The
isn't,
chest
the
sticker.
chest sticker isn't chrome,
Yeah,
but yet when you look at the rest of the toy, the rest of the robot images, all the rest of those stickers are chrome,
yeah. It's
except the one in the packaging.
it's it is it's
So that could just be a mistake.
it's it's
That's what I think.
well, especially in another thing too that's funny is in the packaging of the figure, it's the chest sticker that's chrome. In the alt
Mm.
mode image, the side stickers are chrome, which that's
Yeah,
another
exactly.
that's
Well,
another thing
this
too.
well, there's the side stickers, and then if you look at him in robot mode, the shoulder stickers are chrome, the belt stickers chrome, the thigh
Yeah,
stickers
well,
chrome,
the
and I'm assuming the shin stickers
in
are
the
chrome as
in the
well.
original in the original G1 toy, it was more of a matte silver.
Hmm.
They weren't really chrome, so there's some new, like, again, those side stickers in the alt mode there. Those have
Hmm.
never been chrome ever. Those have always been a
Uh,
weird off pink, very matte. So there's a lot of weird stuff going here with these mock-ups, where I think that this might be like, I mean, I'm really curious what the final product is, because for the longest time the G1 reissues of Hot Rod have more or less been, if you're a variant collector, you're not going to be in for many surprises. Very little
right.
changes. Where some of the other reissues, especially when they were brought to America, there was mold changes for safety issues or what, little things here and there. Hot Rod was kept the same more or less. But now you have this one, and I'm going like, oh man, there's going to probably be a whole bunch of different stickers put on this guy that are going to make him look very interesting in both his modes because of it. Assuming, because I mean, it's so weird how there's chrome stickers on one mode, but then not in the other, and then the other mode there's chrome stickers and not here. It's
Or
very,
maybe it's the lighting.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Well, no, I'm
Maybe it's
telling
the
you,
lighting.
like, again, as someone who's kind of handled this mold a billion times,
Mm.
again, those side stickers in the alt mode were never chrome ever. Ever.
Mm.
And same thing, that chest sticker was chrome only in one specific release in Japan, which was like the early reissues of Japan before they did the Takara book box reissues. So it's a very bizarre variant. Even the I mean, and I'm just assuming this is the photography flash, but I'm looking even at the rub sign that's on the roof. It looks a little
Mm.
different. It looks like a different kind of silver that's used for the gray border of the rub sign.
Mm.
It looks a little different. Again, that could just be the photography flash from the photographer, but it's just it's a very weird change this time around, and I'm curious what the actual final product's gonna be. I mean, I'm gonna definitely pick this up, and we don't have a price right now, and even the Walmart website itself doesn't have a, like, you could go to it right now, but it doesn't have a price listing, a shipping listing, or anything like that. We do have just information here. And I might as well just read it. It says, experience the figures as they all started. The Transformers Vintage G1 Autobot Hot Rod figures designed like the original G1 version, including figure styling, packaging, and art inspired from the 1986 G1 release, plus classic tech spec and accessories. Restart a vintage Transformer collection with your Autobot, with this Autobot Hot Rod figure. And then they go on to pretty much list what was on the back of the old tech spec. Autobot Hot Rod is all-American Autobot. He's a typical adolescent who dreams of becoming a hero in Portland, blah, blah, blah. The pretty much original G1 tech spec. They then go to the bullet points here. Recreate G1 Autobot Cavalier Hot Rod figure, inspired by G1 styling 86 G1 release. Vintage decoration and sticker decals. Tech spec showing capabilities of Autobot Hot Rod. The actions of the Autobot Cavalier speaks louder than his words. That's his tech spec quote. Includes figure, 2 weapon accessories, and instructions. So it's interesting that it sounds like this could be the beginning of a giant launch of G1 reissues in the future. Maybe after this Bumblebee movie, there might be a little bit of a lull in terms of planned toy sales and stuff. Like maybe the Bumblebee movie is gonna, in December, is gonna be that's it for movie toys until whatever they have planned for, let's say 2019 or 20. So we're gonna have more of this reissue product on the shelves in the meantime. And it's interesting that this one, at least initially, is a Walmart exclusive. And now we live in a climate without Toys R Us, but a coming KB Toys. Could that be the location for this in the future? We don't know. It's interesting. It's just something I just wanted to bring up, and then we could all kind of discuss together and figure out what's going on here. But
one really silly thing I'm noticing with the Hot Rod image on the box is that his left foot has a light, like a traffic light on it for some weird reason.
Where are you pointing? What are you talking about exactly?
So if you look at the box art.
Okay, the box art,
so his box art. So like his image, his drawing.
Oh yes, there is. That's.
I am confused.
That's just how the box art was done back in the day. Well,
okay.
a lot of stuff didn't make sense.
Because even like his thighs, it's showing he's got like all these computer parts on his thighs and they're sticking out. When usually in the movie when you look at him, he's more clean.
Box art always never made sense. That's always how it's been.
Especially the perspective.
Little things like that. The truth of the matter is actually the original G1 Hot Rod toy. I don't know if this is a normally known fact, but if you actually disassemble his legs, like the bottom half that make the sliding points of his legs, there actually is hidden knee details. And I have no idea why they hid them, but the legs actually extend more and have knees. And yeah, that's never been...
Wow.
And they've never fixed it to this very day. I've never understood that. So if you have a G1 Hot Rod, disconnect one of the legs. It's pretty much, the sad thing is it's one screw, and then it's another screw that's under one of the stickers, unfortunately, on the leg. Like it's the shin sticker, if you will. And you'll be able to just disconnect that leg assembly, and you'll see there's
they showed in the
image
drawing.
Yeah,
his leg bends.
Well, but it's not that it bends there, but there's a knee. There actually is a knee under there, and so it's pretty crazy. And I don't know why it's like it was molded, and they just never fixed it since then. So if you want, you could fix it actually. You just have to cut the slider a little bit. So if you want to modify one of your many hot rods, you'll make him a little taller, and he'll have knee detail. I'm pretty sure, I'm going to post an image of the image of the knee detail on here too, if I could fit it in. It's pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, we'll talk more about him when he comes out. I'm definitely going to pick him up for sure. That's like a no-brainer.